In the early 1900s, popcorn was already a popular street snack, cheap to make, easy to sell, and found at carnivals, fairs, and busy street corners. Movie theatres, however, wanted nothing to do with it. Early cinemas were deliberately upscale venues, designed to attract wealthy audiences, with an atmosphere closer to an opera house than a fairground. The idea of people eating a messy street snack inside was considered beneath the establishment entirely. Popcorn was kept outside. Then movie studios introduced sound. Talkies, as they were called, replaced the silent films that had relied on text cards to carry dialogue, which meant only literate audiences could fully follow them. Sound opened the movies to everyone, including people who couldn't read, and ticket prices dropped to match the broader audience. Cinemas were filled with working-class customers for the first time. However, popcorn was still not welcome inside. Then the Great Depression hit. With millions of people out of work and desperate for an affordable escape, the movie theatre became one of the few places a family could spend an afternoon for almost nothing. Attendance surged across all income levels. All those people sitting in a theatre for 2 hours wanted something to eat, and popcorn, at around 5 cents a bag, was one of the only snacks people could afford during this time. Street vendors quickly set up outside cinema entrances to capture the demand, and the association between movies and popcorn began to form, even if it still happened on the sidewalk. Theatre owners watched vendors making money at their front doors and drew the obvious conclusion. They began inviting vendors inside and shortly after cutting them out entirely and selling popcorn themselves. For cinemas struggling through the Depression, a snack with almost no overhead and immediate cash demand was exactly the revenue stream they needed. Popcorn moved from the street to the lobby, and the habit of eating it during a movie became fixed in the culture. The Depression finally ended, but the popcorn stayed, and the financial logic behind it only got stronger over time. Today, a bag of popcorn costs a cinema roughly 50 to 75 cents to produce, and sells for anywhere between $7 and $10. That markup of nearly 10 times the production cost makes popcorn one of the most profitable items sold in any retail environment. It has to be, because the movie itself barely makes theatres any money. Film studios take the majority of ticket revenue, sometimes up to 90% in the opening weeks of a major release. The actual business model of a cinema is not selling tickets. It is selling popcorn, drinks, and candy to the people those tickets bring through the door. The movie is the reason people show up. The concession stand is the reason the cinema stays open. Click the video on your screen right now and I'll explain another everyday mystery you've wondered about your whole life, but never thought to look up.